You already know the basics of REST, but you still can't do any hard contraptions with it. And today I'm here to help you out. I'm gonna show you 5 things every beginner REDSTONer needs to learn before he moves on to building more complex stuff. And at the end of this episode, I've got a special challenge for you to design one simple, super simple contraption everyone must have in the back of their mind always. So stay to the end of the video and let's move on. First thing we have on our list is bad powering. Every redstone builder needs to know what bad powering is because it always messes up contraptions. You see, I power this lever, nothing happens, but bad powering works like this, that if I update this piston, it sticks out. I can now unpower this lever, nothing happens, but I'm moving this block and the piston updates and goes back. It works just for pistons, so keep in mind that always, because it often gives a lot of trouble, especially to newer redstone builders. Bad powering works like in this scenario and also in this scenario. So keep in mind that. Next on our list is upwards transportation systems of redstone signal. The simplest one introduced in one of the newer versions is this one, using scaffoldings and observer and a lantern. Of course, you can use any other thing instead of this lantern as a contraption that you want power. Another thing that you are probably gonna use much more often is glass redstone signal transportation towers. As you can see, because glass is a transparent block, redstone can connect through it and it can go up. But as I show you, it can go down. It's also very useful if you want your signal to not go back and not use more repeaters, so the signal will be still at the normal speed and not slowed down by these stupid repeaters. Logical gates. This is the thing you are gonna use very often. They are much more useful even than bad powering. You need to know all of them. They are super useful in doing secret doors. You're gonna use them in contraptions that have more than one requirement to start. For example, we have logical gate, or simply powers when one or both of the signals are powered. The second gate is AND gate, and it simply works like this, that you have two levers, redstone torches, repeater, and this redstone torch. As you can see, there must be both of these levers powered. If you have just one, we have no signal, no output. If there is no redstone levers powered, then we have also no signal. But if we have both levers powered, we get output. That's just how the AND gate works. Logical gates compare signals and return a value that is assigned to them. And every gate has different requirements to send a value, which is of course redstone signal in our case. Another basic gate is XOR gate. XOR. It's simply an OR gate, but it doesn't work when both the levers are powered. It works just as if you had an OR gate, but also an AND gate that blocks this signal from entering your contraption. As you can see, it only works in one scenario. And fourth of the most important gates is NOT gate. Super simple, just redstone torch to reverse the signal. Super simple, right? These are the basic logical gates. You may occasionally need more than that, but if you know all of this, you should be fine understanding the difference between one tick signal and longer signals. It's very useful. I always get some requests for help on my Discord that some contraption doesn't work and somebody moved a button, but he powered a contraption that needs one tick signal with much longer signal. And now I'm gonna briefly explain to you what's the difference between it. So if I update this lever, this observer sends one tick signal, as all of the observers do always when anything updates before them, as you probably know already. And as you can see, it's most useful with pistons and with other observers, because sticky pistons have that weird behavior that when they are powered with one tick signal, they simply do not move the blocks back, or when they are powered again, doesn't move the blocks forward. But when we power with a longer signal, they move, and after some time they retract. It might be 3 ticks, it might be 10 ticks as in redstone button, or it might be even infinity as in the lever. So we must be able to increase the signal length. So one way to do that is by doing simple circuit like that with comparators. You can also make it even longer like that. As you can see, it extends signal quite well, and if you stack more of them, it really does the job. You don't need much more than that very often. And another way of changing signal length, now we will shorten it. So, as you can see, as I power this button, the repeater powers just for a glimpse of an eye, and it has just one tick signal. I'm gonna prove it to you right now. Let's say we have that and that, and you see, we have one tick signal. We can also increase the length of this signal by making the repeater, by setting the repeater on a bigger value. Now we are gonna have 4 ticks signal. See? But if I would put another repeater here, no matter how long I would set it, we wouldn't get anything longer than 4 ticks, because this repeater and that repeater doesn't add up. They simply transmit the signal, this one with 4 ticks delay, this one stops sending signal with 4 ticks delay, and this you want it. Now with vertex delay, you see, signal is sent, but just after some time the repeaters are updated later. And why there needs to be an redstone dust and repeater, or repeater and redstone dust in that way, and not just redstone dust and redstone dust? Because you see, the redstone dust doesn't pick up the signals through blocks unless the signal was sent with repeaters. The redstone dust length is a bit smaller when you go with the signal through blocks. And now we have the challenge. I challenge you to convert signal from a button to a signal we would get from a lever. So after you press a button, you press a button and you have a constant redstone signal after you press it. And to the moment you press it again when you lose the signal completely. And now I've got a tip for you how to do that. If you don't want to know it, just leave the video already. The solution will be in next redstone video. And the tip is the last two things. So thanks for watching, and see you soon guys in the next episode or the next redstone video. Bye.